Should we just start with that fuck-ass Conjuring movie? Should we just
Yeah, sure.
that?
Why not? Yeah.
Why not was because it's bad. I thought it was kind of bad. It wasn't the worst movie I saw this weekend, but it was bad.
They really needed to give that series its last rites. Yeah. They really conjured some shit onto the fucking screen with that one. You feel me?
If you had to guess, the urge to just launch into the description of the podcast and just fucking keep moving now that you said that is really strong. If you had to guess, because I was wrong on this, how many Conjuring movies there have been?
6.
I would have guessed like 6 or 8. There's only 4. The one we just saw was the 4th one. Yeah. There have been a bunch of spin-offs of like The Nun and Annabelle, but like Conjuring colon other stuff going on. Only 4 of them. It's crazy.
I think I've seen maybe 2. I know I've seen the first one. I might have seen all of them, to be honest with you, but I do not remember them very well. So
yeah, fair. I wonder why. I wonder why that could be. Why you wouldn't remember them?
Yeah. They seem so memorable as far as movies go, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe the power of Christ was just not compelling me enough to remember these movies.
You had to bend down to pick up that low-hanging fruit. That was how
true.
That was how low it was. It was like, I like Patrick Wilson and I like Vera Farmiga. So I'm like, you know what? Sure, the 2 leads from this movie.
Yeah.
Patrick Wilson's from Watchmen, right? Am I on crack?
Yeah. No, I believe you.
Yeah, I'm on crack, or you?
No, I mean, sure. Like,
I'm pretty sure.
You could be both, like.
Now I feel like you're trolling me.
I don't know, Lane. I honestly do not know.
I'm looking. Yeah, he's in Watchmen.
Okay. Yeah, I believe you.
God, I hate you.
Can
you podcast with me? Can we have a podcast? Can we do can we have a podcast together? Can you just engage with the premise of the podcast?
I don't know movies or like movie. Who is he in Watchmen then?
He's which I was Googling. So there's this thing called vamping to fill the air on the podcast.
Yeah.
He was Night Owl 2.
There were 2 of them?
Owl. I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Night Owl.
He's like the older one who he's like not like too crazy, right?
He's the kind of dorky looking one. This guy.
Yeah. Right.
He's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely remember his role in the film.
Vera Farmiga is the woman from The Departed, among other things. But
okay, yeah.
So she's much better, I feel like, which is good. What I'm about to say is going to sound insane. She's way better in the Conjuring movies than I think she is in The Departed.
Wow. I mean,
yeah. She's I do
think she was
fitting.
Probably the best part of that. Yeah. The best part of the film. At least the last
movie,
I could
for watch
sure.
her. I could watch her like walk around with her hands clasped and like just kind of wide-eyed looking around this like haunted house. I could just watch that for 2 hours. I don't need to see anything else.
When she takes out the rosaries and she has like the brow furrowed slightly and she's looking around like, oh yeah,
and the lighting
injected
changes.
into my veins. Yeah.
It's good shit. Patrick Wilson too. He's just got a movie star face. But nothing else about those movies is any good.
Okay, I was gonna say he wasn't great. He's not like I don't know, like
he's a great actor, but I think in this movie or these movies, I feel like they're having fun. Both of them are having fun.
Yeah.
So he's playing kind of a doofus, right? And so it's like you're gonna have fun playing a doofus. Like you don't have to, be like imparting dramatic truths when you're playing that kind of character.
Yeah. It was, I don't know. It was really funny. They kept like playing up like they're like, oh, like this old man over here. They're like, oh, you're
right. He's like 45.
Yeah. He's like just not old enough for that. Like, if anything, his hair is like touch of grade to like make him look older, and it just like doesn't.
They definitely
really help.
had them looking older.
Yeah, but like. I mean, neither of them look very old at all. But then they do like the ping pong scene where there's just like 42 jump cuts in the span of like 12 seconds, and you're like, oh, okay, good. Yeah. And then like afterwards, he's like breathing heavy, and they're like, oh, his heart, oh man, like, ooh, buddy, you sure you want to get another beer off of that? And it's like, no, the guy looks fine, to be honest with you. And like,
it's true. Not good, not very cohesive movies. They don't really, not the plot made no sense for huge chunks of it. The ending was lame.
The tone was just so all over the place. Like, cause like some of the times they're like, oh, like this is like a heartfelt family movie. Like, oh, like, like, oh, our daughter's getting married. And then like, it's like, oh, but there is evil out there. This is a scary movie. Watch out. Like,
yeah. Can I say something like mean?
Yeah.
I feel like these are like flyover state movies. Like these are movies for people in Oklahoma, you know? Like, is that rude?
I mean,
like I feel like this is just like oh, you're a Christian, but you want to watch something a little fun and edgy, so you're going to see the Conjuring movies. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh well, you can go with your kids. You know, and it's like, you're not going to see anything too sexy. Like, there's not going to be too, even though it did look like a ghost was blowing a guy at one point, but that was more our dirty minds projecting that.
Yeah.
But,
it's, I guess that's true. You're also not seeing anything too scary either. Like, it's very...
Nothing like super gory or super, Yeah.
Very... This is like the perfect, like, bring your kids to it and scare the shit out of them for, like, you know, a week or two type movie, right? Where they come home and they're like, is the Conjuring dog gonna come get me? It's like, yeah, Annabelle's gonna come if you're bad. You know that mirror we bought you? You better watch out, buddy. Like, don't want to be puking glass someday. It's like, better take good care of that.
Yeah. The best part of that movie was Sai's reaction in the theater, because we watched it with him. You thought I was jumpy. He was I think worse than me. Like I am jumpy, maybe jumpier, like I get jumpy, like I move more. Yeah. But Sai was like more easily spooked, if that makes sense.
So and I think Sai and I both went into this expecting a much scarier movie, because like at any time that there was like something going to happen, right? Like I could like hear him like breathe in. It would be like the same time, like we would like take a breath, and then like I would see it, like both of us. So Sai would do the thing, like he would do the full like legs up, like
he was like
to one side
and curled up at one.
Yes, and he would do like the S, like he's forming like the S on either side. I know he did it onto my side. He probably did it onto yours, and like he did that at like the one point where I was also like sort of like I was like scrunching up a little bit in my seat, and I was like, oh, Sai's scrunched. And I forget what it was for, but it was something that like they do, which like I'm fine with this in horror movies where they do like it's like, oh, like rising tension, the like it's like half scary. It's like, oh, like maybe there's a face in the mirror, right? And then it's just your mom, or actually it's just whatever the fuck the guy's name is, Tony or whatever, like putting his hand on your shoulder, and like very suddenly, like the scene lightens up and the tension's broken, and it's like, all right, I don't know, a little bit of a letdown with some of those. I kept expecting them to like, I don't know, throw like a haymaker or something. They just kept pulling their punches, you know. Not to say that there aren't cool or scary scenes in that, but like, I don't know.
I think it's part of the formula, and I don't mean this in like an insulting way, the way I said it a minute ago when I said it was a flyover movie, but I think that part of the like contract that these movies have with people is that there are not going to be any scares that are like go beyond that level. Like you can like they're very formulaic, so you know what to expect. It's the same as like, right, you get on a roller coaster or you go to a haunted house and you generally understand what's going to be scary about it. And you know, you can anticipate it. So you're well within the boundaries of what you're expecting. You're not going to get something super transgressive in those movies. That's why they're so popular, right? Because you know what you're getting. Yeah. People like the thrill of just being like, bleh, scared. And then, you can move on. You're never going to see like a Hereditary, like, girl getting her head knocked off suddenly 20 minutes into the movie, like...
Yeah, but, like, it would be... Because, like, it's, like, the same format every time. It'd be nice if, like,
Yeah.
Either they had like a real scare like right away, right, where it's like you just really
Like a
quickly
fake
break the
out,
tension, or because like a lot of them, like, not to call them like not real scares, but it's like the build-up is just so much to something that's like kind of trivial, right? Where it's like oh,
Yeah.
scary face, ah, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Well, and it just kills me that they're always playing the same fucking greatest hits.
Mm,
Where it's like, okay, you got a scary old guy or a scary old woman, you got a creepy kid, and you got a tall guy who's gonna stab you, or like, you know what I mean, like just a big scary man. And it's like, okay, can we get anything else? Like, can we, let's try like a scary little boy instead of a scary little girl, maybe, or like something.
I'd like some more demonic children. I haven't watched Weapons yet; it's on the list. But I would like just, I don't know if the children in that are particularly demonic or evil. I'm just throwing that out there as...
I won't say anything else.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
But I think you'll like Weapons. Did you see Barbarian?
Nah.
You should watch Barbarian
Like Conan
first. No.
Okay. Can I say something maybe a little odd? Yeah.
Go ahead.
We've talked before about like making movies, right? If you made a movie or a series of movies or several types of movies, do you have a genre that you think that you would be particularly apt to?
Like, not necessarily the one I'd want to make, but the one that I would be good at making?
Yes.
Or the same?
I mean, or like if you think they're different, right? Like do tell, right? But
I guess, not to answer your question with a question, but are you thinking, like, when you say make movies, do you mean writing, directing, starring in, producing? Like, what?
Any all of the above. If you had like infinite payroll, right? Like if Netflix came to you and said, "Hey, like we're trying to create an original series. We love your work on We Wanna Watch. We think you'd be able to develop something really great. You'd be able, you can set up whoever you'd like to produce, write, direct. Just tell us who you need."
I see.
Right?
Like being like the story or like ideas guy, like
like a storyboarder
kind of
type.
Thing.
Yeah.
I don't
Complete
know.
creative control.
I think I probably have a good, just like the things I'm attracted to writing are very horror based.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that that would translate to a good screenplay of horror.
Or like a screenplay. Ah!
But like I think writing is probably the thing I'd be most adept at. Whereas like the thing I might, because like directing, I don't think I'd be a good enough communicator to be able to kind of convey what ideas I have in mind, like from a direction standpoint, like I don't, from like a acting. So I think horror is a little bit more ambitious of a genre to direct, probably in that way, versus like writing, which is, I'm just more familiar with it. Whereas like if I were going to direct something that maybe didn't have as keen of a, like a timing sensibility as horror or comedy, like if it was like a drama, like maybe directing that would be better. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, horror is the thing that I would like. I have written a screenplay for a horror movie and written other stories and things. Sure. But so I guess that's the ideal. Plus, I mean, right. That's my Bemidji story is all horror based. That's the thing I love. Yeah. Tapping my fingers together and being like, what kind of gross shit can I write today? So why do you ask?
Because after watching that movie, like there were a few scenes in it where I'm like, oh, I think this would have been more interestingly done in another way, right?
Sure. Oh, for sure. 100%.
Yeah. Well, so like, I guess maybe the standout one is the scene where he's in the room, the priest is in the room to be introduced to whoever, yada yada.
Oh, and he kills himself.
And he kills
Spoilers
himself,
for the Conjuring movie.
Yeah, thanks, Lane. Glad you got the spoilers in just in time before I blurted it out, right? So, it would have been really, really interesting there to start, like, behind him, like the shot does, like, where you can see the receptionist, And then it cuts just to his face. It would have been really cool to, like, if the camera pans, like, around, right? And they could have done, like, a neat little trick where, like, we see his face, and then it goes back around. And you can obviously include jump cuts there, and then, like, just sort of, you play it off as though they're not there, and it looks like it's like, oh, one, like, continuous cut, and it's like, oh, how would they have done this? And I feel like it would, look more visually interesting, and B, like, be more technically interesting as well, right?
I think you're not wrong. Those movies are not especially ambitious when it comes to cinematography. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I don't think you're wrong there. But I do think, I mean, I have my own opinions about, like, it looks like it's one long take. Isn't that cool? Like, I feel a certain way about those, but we don't have to get into that.
Do you dislike that? But I mean, I don't know.
I think that it can be, it's like, to what end? Like, what is the purpose? Okay, so now we're really fucking going on a long journey here.
Yeah.
Do you know the TV show limited series Adolescence that came out a couple months ago?
No.
It was like a kind of like a procedural about a boy who, kind of spoilers for the first episode of this limited series, I guess. He stabs, like, one of his classmates to death, and, like, it's just, like, about how that happens. And he's, like, 13 or, like, very, very young.
Yeah.
And it's all shot as if it's one take per episode. And I think it literally is one take. So, like, the whole thing, it's not just self-contained in a room or anything. Like, they are traveling, they're driving around, they're going places, whatever, room to room. But it is one take for the whole ep. There's no special effects to it. And, like, as I was watching it, what is the reason? Why are we doing that? And I know, director and the actor and screenwriter who are behind it, they have a movie called Boiling Point that I watched, like, a year or two ago. And that's a movie about, it's also one take, but it's about one night in a fancy restaurant. It's like one night kind of from the chef and like crew point of view. Yeah. And that is really, like, the one take-ism of it is very effective, because you're feeling everything stack on top of itself. You're feeling that tension rise, right? The name of the fucking thing is Boiling Point. And so you're, things kind of, the way, you've worked in a restaurant too, like, the way things kind of can just, like, pile on top of themselves and become, untenable.
Yeah.
And while this show, kind of like, the inciting incident happens off screen before the events of it. And so it's like, well, we're not really building to, like, a high tension point in the same way. We're not really getting to know, like it just feels like that cinematographical trick is not really to a point. Like, it's just flashy. Yeah, it doesn't really lend itself to something interesting about the themes of the show, or, like, what it's trying to portray. And so people were, like, jerking themselves off into a fucking frenzy about it. And when I watched it, I was so underwhelmed, because I felt it was so just like, okay, I get it. Like, you guys rehearsed the fuck out of this. I understand that is very cool, but what else could you have done with that time? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you're using something like that, like, I mean, just as an effect to have an effect, right? Like you're saying, like, without, like, having no end. I don't know. Like, for me, at least, in The Conjuring, I would want that, because it would, like, make it feel like more, maybe not one self-contained scene, but it would drive up that tension a bit, for me, at least. Like, the jump cuts are, like, I mean, it's fine, it's whatever, but it makes the reveal...
It's not a jump cut, it's just a cut. It's just
the cut. A jump cut you're right. I've got jump cut as through time. You're right. Well, it could be through time or locale. We don't really know, right? We see that it's
but that's not what you're referring to here. It's
right. Well, it could be. I don't know, Lane. I don't know whether it's supposed to be a cut or a jump cut. At this point I'm just being pedantic because you're being pedantic. But
I know.
But yeah, so I think those cuts sort of, I mean, don't, like, it doesn't, like, destroy the scene or anything, but it lessens the impact of, like, oh, like, she's not there anymore, he's been, like, transported, or, what
more
have you,
judicious
right?
editing would help, for sure.
Yeah,
I agree with you there. Yeah. But it doesn't necessarily have to be one take in that
No,
world.
no,
Like
no.
there could be other creative ways of And the other thing with the one take of it all, like those movies in particular, the Conjuring movie, like they're so digital. Like those movies look so kind of like digitally enhanced. Like all the special effects are so digital and like CGI based that I feel like, okay, remember Goodfellas when they go into the restaurant just to like use the absolute most basic like one take thing. Like that long kind of shot does a whole thing, right? There's like a whole whatever, like narrative to it. Again, another narrative purpose and thematic purpose. But what is so impressive about that, they did that in 1990, right? Like they didn't have computer imagery to like kind of like say, oh fuck, we fucked up in this person, so we're just gonna like edit that out. So like now I'm like, well, I don't care that you did this in one take because you could have just edited anything. There were scenes in The Conjuring that looked so clearly digitally edited that it's like, well, yeah, this isn't cool at all. Like the blood coming out of the sink or whatever. It's like that she was reacting to nothing. Like you could tell. And so I feel like the same thing, it's like, oh, he's spinning around and you just be like, well, this is just, you just did this in post. You didn't actually. Anyway, I mean, not to shoot down your idea. I do think that you're right. The movie could be better.
Yeah. I don't know. But I mean, I don't know.
There's a ceiling to it, I guess.
Yeah. At that point, though, it's kind of like, oh well, you could use that argument for any like cinematic trick, right? It's like, wow, I mean, they could just do this, but
those movies in particular,
right?
Are, like,
I was going to
so
say
digitally based,
yes,
right?
I do think they've maybe poisoned the well for like their viewers or like just like because you're I mean, just from watching the movie, you're like, wow, like what I'm seeing is not what was recorded. I don't know. Also, they did one scene later, which like I thought was cool, and then they immediately followed it up with like a dumb like cinematic view, with the windows exploding, like the house.
Oh yeah.
Watching the windows explode out, really cool, and then it like zooms up and like around and
it was very strange. Yeah.
So we can like get to the back door, and I was like, that was like really weird. Unnecessary and like didn't really build tension. The house, like nothing's remarkable about the house, the area around it, like
or the neighborhood. Yeah,
or the neighborhood.
I remember thinking like, what did we miss? Like I was like, was there like a demon in the shape of the neighborhood or something?
so that's what I was looking for, like that, because like I mean, a lot of these movies are like you're looking around in the background, and so you see something like that, and you're like, oh, like is there something coming? No, there's nothing. They just wanted to show you, hey, we got a 3D model of the house that we wanted to spin around, and isn't that cool? And it's like, I guess like that is very much so like an effect, just to show like, oh, look what we could do, and it's like, I don't know, that was not, and it's like they could have used that for other scenes, like where it would have been cooler to see like a like more roundabout view, I guess. Yeah, and just. I don't know. Yeah. Some silly choices.
But what the fuck do we know, I guess?
That's
because
true.
That movie
That's
just
true.
made like $400 bajillion.
True.
This past weekend. So, and 3 of those tickets were because of us. So, jokes on us.
Yeah.
It's crazy we talked about that for 25 minutes. This is We Want to Watch. My name is Lane.
My name's Ricky.
This is a podcast about movies that we wanted to watch. We did not talk about the Conjuring Last Rites, or that wasn't supposed to be the topic of this episode, but here we are.
That's our intro. We're a movie podcast, Come on, we can't talk about video games every.
It's true. It's true, and we never watch a movie together that isn't for the podcast. So, like, this is the first time we've. But this was Elaine's frame this week. Was Moulin Rouge, directed by Baz Luhrmann from 2001. I picked this movie I thought I had seen it, and I know I watched it, but I remembered none of it. As I sat down to watch it, I was like, oh, I remember one thing from the movie, and it was the very opening can, like, when Jim Broadbent is singing like, because we can, that part specifically was it. And I didn't remember anything else. But I wanted to do a musical so that to break up the last 3 war movies and the next 6 horror movies that we're going to watch. Figured we should do something fun and light. So.
Yeah, fair. I had like the opposite experience because I thought I hadn't seen this movie, and I was like, oh,
you
like,
saw
I know
it?
nothing
That's
about
crazy.
This. I
Oh,
have
wow.
definitely seen parts of this movie before.
Okay.
My like very first girlfriend loved this movie. Loved this movie. And I
Wow.
assume
Okay.
that's when I saw it, and I just don't remember like any. But I remember like when watching it, I was like, this feels overdone and cliched. And I was like, no, Rick, you haven't seen this anywhere else before. You've just seen the movie before, and like,
Yeah.
it happened like two or three times where I was like, haven't I seen this? And I'm like, oh, it's the movie. It's not like. like it's not the actor. It's not anything happening on screen. It's just that like you've seen this movie before. I was like, oh, okay. Well,
which is so funny that
yeah.
both of us have seen it, but like didn't remember it enough. Because if there was ever a movie that you should fucking remember, it's this one.
Yeah, I guess. Although to be honest with you, I do feel like I'm going to forget it again. I'm going to like in 10 years be like, I've heard of Moulin Rouge. Yeah.
I was surprisingly less moved than I thought I would be. Not that I expected this to be like extremely like emotionally moving, but I really was not wrapped up in this the way that I wanted to be. I did not love it. I did not. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was fun, but I was not like so on board with it the way I kind of thought I would be. Because I really like, you and I both like Romeo plus Juliet, which is the previous movie from this director. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it feels sort of similar to Romeo and Juliet. It felt similar to another movie, which I can't... I don't know, I'm blanking
Elvis.
on. I haven't seen Elvis, so that's not the one that I'm thinking of.
Did you see The Great Gatsby remake with DiCaprio?
What was that, 2008? Sure, what, that wasn't 2013, 2014?
I want to say... Oh, no, it is 2013. You're right. Yeah.
That one in the bag. Boom! I have seen that. I saw that in theaters. Yeah.
Okay, that's by the same director as well. So I also saw it in theaters
that could be what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
With an English class. So.
Yeah. Not with my English class, but my English teacher talked shit on that movie. He was like, "Oh, it's just like a fucking like 2-hour music video." Because he was teaching The Great Gatsby, and I was like, all right. And I specifically because I was like, all right, well, fuck this guy. I went and like watched it with some friends because they were like, yeah. This fucking guy thinks he knows better than us. That was a fun movie. I remember liking that one. Although that's another one I don't remember like anything by.
Yeah.
Or like about at all. Like it's just.
Yeah. I haven't seen it since I saw it the first time, I think. Although that movie was fucking carried by the Lana Del Rey song. Like the Young and Beautiful. Like, Will You Still Love Me When I'm No Longer Young and Beautiful? That song. You don't know that song?
I don't remember that at all.
Crazy.
No.
That's crazy. It was all over the marketing. Just like peak Lana, Summertime Sadness.
Yeah.
Era.
There was the Jay-Z song in that I vaguely remember. From when they were like driving.
Yeah.
I remember some of the acting was like pretty good in it, I guess. Maybe. I couldn't tell you the actor. Well, I could because you said Leo Dio earlier. So, but.
Yeah. Anyway. Fun, but this movie is still very different than any of those others. Like, obviously the style is very similar, but I don't know what it is, but I felt at an emotional remove from both characters. I kind of was not locked in with them.
Yeah, I thought the main guy was a little unlikable.
Ewan? You don't like Ewan?
I don't know what it was. Like I mean, I don't know. Like I saw him on screen and like even as the poor destitute writer, I was like, I was like, yeah, all right, I don't really feel bad for this guy too much. And then like he's like, oh, let me tell you about my love at the Moulin Rouge. She was the most beautiful. And then like he gets into the story and I was like, oh, all right, cool. And that's not I really never. I have a couple of things that I have a couple of things that I want to say. One, I will save until the end, and it's going to seem just like super weird. But
no, you have to lead with that right now. You have to say that
right
one first.
Now. Okay,
yeah.
So that one is when watching this movie, I was thinking about like movies. Like, because ever since we saw The Conjuring, I was sort of thinking about like what type of movie I would like to sort of like direct or create in some way, be a part of the creative process. I was like, definitely horror or comedy, like 100%.
Sure.
And it's funny that you mentioned timing earlier, because I was like, I'm very particular about like timing, especially in comedy or horror, and I get really nitpicky about it. Like, especially, I don't know, a big thing in animation for me at least is timing, and like how the timing works out for especially just like jokes and bits, because like timing's one of the first things that like drops, like even before animation quality and whatnot. Because it's sort of tied into the animation, like they usually have to like send notes for like, oh, like this is like when we want these beats to hit, and so if like that's not being done, then it doesn't look as good, right?
Right.
And it's really obvious. And so I was like, oh, I would definitely want to do like a horror comedy.
And then you were like, well, or maybe a musical.
No,
It's also so timing based. Yeah.
I mean, it is very timing based, but that did not occur to me while I was watching this. I forget how I was going to tie that into this movie. I forget where I was going with this now, but yeah, it just that whole sort of idea of like, oh, like what's important to like show on screen. That made me. I thought about this previously, where I was like, oh, it'd be cool to do like a Cloverfield-esque, I guess, movie where it's people like filming a movie, right? And they are filming a horror movie, and things start going wrong. And like, so the actual horror movie is in the like, oh, things are going wrong. But the setup to it is kind of like a comedy where it's like, oh, they're filming a horror movie, and it's just like a sort of lighthearted comedy until things start getting like actually going wrong. It becomes like a horror, right? And I don't think that that's particularly innovative or whatever. I'm sure it's been done before. Not that I know of, but when watching this movie, I was like, oh, dude, I think it's really kind of clever that they're like, oh, it's like, you know, they're performing a play. Yeah. And it's also it's that extra level of like he's describing it, like it's the like the narrator,
right? There's like 3 layers deep.
Yeah,
because you're watching a movie about a guy telling a story in flashback about the events of the play. Yeah. That really had to do with what he went through. Yeah, that is fun. It's a very meta.
Yeah.
And like postmodern, which I think this movie is so, you know, like self-referential, and obviously all of the like contemporary music, you know, like non-original jukebox musical stuff of like, you know, when they start playing Nirvana, I was like, oh, I should have watched this at 10 a.m. on a Saturday. Like this was not the right time. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I would have locked in if I was with a crowd or in a theater or a little bit buzzed. And like I was none of those things. I was alone feeling like shit on a Saturday morning. So instead I was like, man, I'm not in the right mood for this. So yeah. But coming back to what you said about Ewan McGregor, I agree with you. I like him, and I promise not to talk about when we talk about him the way I might have in the past.
Okay, thanks.
But like I don't know if it's because he's shaven, like clean shaven here, or if it's the character, but I agree with you. I was like kind of off put. I was like, get this little jackass out of here. Like he deserves better. Yeah. And you know, and I get that it's like scampy charm. They're kind of tapping into the Leo thing, you know, but Ewan is just different. Like he's just got a different screen persona. He's more smarmy, you know, than DiCaprio is. And so, and that's not a bad thing, but it just doesn't necessarily make him the most like, he's more like lovable scamp than he is like charming, vulnerable, whatever, you know?
Yeah. So. Yeah, because I never got like loving or
on his side. Yeah.
Just, and like the whole way that she like immediately falls in love with him, and it's like, but he like, you kind of need the audience to love him first, so that it's like obviously, like of course she would, right? Like he's so charming and lovable.
And part of what they're trying to do to get him on your side is like in the beginning when he starts singing "All You Need Is Love" or what's the Sound of Music? Like he starts quoting those. Yeah. And I'm like, well, I have no attachment to this musical, so I don't really care. Like I'm not like, oh, what a genius! Like wow. So
I liked a lot of the side characters more than I liked him. Like especially in that like intro scene where like we see everyone, they have all these like distinct like characters, and then like they're all like very, I don't want to say typecasted, but it's like they're all very distinct, and I'm like, oh, like I understand like who this character is and what they're doing.
Characterized.
Yeah. And he's just like, I am just here, and like, oh, but actually I'm a genius singer-songwriter, by the way. And it's like, okay. All right, man.
Yeah. But I do think he acquits himself pretty well. I don't think that that's an actor problem. I do think that that's more of a script writing problem. So I kind of feel like he and Nicole are really funny. Like, they are really like, Nicole Kidman is fucking so hilarious, especially in the beginning when they're falling in love and they're having that scene where he's trying to read her poetry, quote unquote, and she's like, moaning in bed. It's really funny. So I don't know if it's that just I don't love their casting, or like I don't buy that they'd be together. Like she's just outclasses him in every way.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like she outclasses him so much that it's like you need someone that matches that, and like he's just not bringing it. Like, to me at least, right?
But who do you put? Who do you put there though?
I don't know.
Do you put DiCaprio?
Yeah. Then or now, I guess is the question, right?
Then. I mean, you pairing with Nicole Kidman, right? So like who, 2001 box office stars. Let's see. Just to kind of like Brad Pitt? No. He's not right.
No, no.
I'm just looking at like who made the most money in 2001, like eligible male bachelors, right?
Yeah. No, I get that.
Tom Cruise. He's too
I was
old.
kind of thinking Tom Cruise, but he's too like suave almost, right? Like, I don't know.
Can I bring up something crazy?
Yeah.
That I learned the other day? Tom Cruise has only played a father twice in the movies. Isn't that fucking crazy to think about? Isn't that
nuts?
It?
I don't know. Is it?
That's crazy! He's been in so many fucking movies and he's only played a dad twice? That's just like very crazy, like actor persona shit, I think.
What movies does he play a dad in?
I think Eyes Wide Shut and War of the Worlds, the Steven Spielberg adaptation. Because like Minority Report, like even the movies that aren't like Mission Impossible or whatever, like he's not, he doesn't play a dad. Top Gun, Born on the 4th of July, like Risky Business, Rain Man.
Is he dad in Jack Reacher? Is Reacher not?
I don't think so.
Father? No.
I don't.
I'm just looking through.
He's an action guy, right? Like,
I guess, yeah. Oh yeah, he's an action.
He's probably
guy.
not even married in most of these movies. You know what I mean? Like, he's not even partnered with somebody. Anyway, we can't go down this road.
That's fine. Yeah,
but
yeah.
But you're not wrong. Like, to think him because he and Nicole were married. So it's like they've starred in movies together. They were in Eyes Wide Shut together. But they divorced, so I don't know how well they would act I don't know that he would do a musical.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Maybe
but like
younger Jeremy Renner? I don't know. I don't hate Jeremy Renner. He's like charming, right?
I disagree. He gives me, you want to talk about flyover states?
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. It's like no, that's fine. But like he's inoffensive,
but do you want corn-fed?
Vaguely charming.
I don't think you want corn-fed for this role. Yeah. I think you want who could be interesting would be like Hugh Jackman doesn't work, even though he can sing and dance and everything because he's too suave.
Yeah.
But like Matt Damon, maybe. Like maybe Matt Damon, if he could sing. Like, kind of like more like charming scamp, like tapping into the Good Will Hunting.
Yeah. Speaking of Good Will Hunting, Affleck maybe? No. I don't know.
Affleck would be crazy in this movie. That would be so nuts.
Matt Damon, especially when he's younger, like, he's too, I don't want to say frat bro-esque, but like, he seems like he's Not an asshole.
He'd have a hard time.
An asshole, but...
Well, yeah, you need like a bohemian guy, right? And like,
Yeah.
there aren't a lot of that type in the early 2000s. Like, that could pull that off.
Yeah.
So I don't think you're crazy. Anyway.
It's definitely tough, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say that, like, it was, like, a bad choice or that it ruined the movie or anything like that. Like,
no.
And but... he gave a great performance, but it is just, like, it's one of those things where, like, if you're not hooked, like, right away on, like, oh, like, right. Yeah, I'm rooting for this guy, I'm in this guy's corner, then, like, the entire premise of the movie is just, like, this guy's kind of, like, to me at least, like, oh, this guy's kind of, like, whiny and, like, a jackass, you know, and he's kind of, like, dooming the entire theater to, like...
financial ruin. Yeah.
Financial ruin just because, like, he can't keep it in his pants, right? It's like, yeah, I don't know, man.
But it's love. They're in love. But I wasn't compelled by their love story either.
Yeah. Especially because, like, in the beginning, he's like, oh, like, I need to find love. I want to be so in love. Love, like, cures all, yada, yada. I'm like,
yeah, he quotes, like, 6 different songs, right?
Yeah. And he does it at a couple points in the film, and he looks too old to be that naive, right? And, like, especially in, like, the very beginning of the film.
Do you think so?
When he's saying it?
I disagree.
Yeah, I'm like, this guy is way too old to be, like, saying this shit, man. Like,
I think he's too boyish. I feel like he's too boyish in this movie for me. He's 30 when this movie comes out. So he was probably, like, 28 or 29 when it was made.
Yeah.
So, but I'm so, you know, I've watched him as Obi-Wan in the Star Wars prequels so many times that I'm like, I see him without the beard and I'm like, this guy's, like, 16 years old here. So.
Yeah. I don't think it's that he's, like, too young. It's just, like, his attitude is just too naive. And again, it's like a writing thing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, like, putting that to his face, I'm just like, I just don't buy it. Like, this guy's gonna train, you know, fucking Skywalker in a couple years. You can't tell me that he's, you know,
he'd already trained Skywalker. Yeah, I mean,
that's crazy.
I mean, because episode 1 comes out in 99. So, yeah, this is like the same year as episode 2, maybe? Attack of the Clones? I don't know. But, wow. I mean, he's definitely, you know, he's doing it.
Yeah.
Speaking of the time, we've talked about this with Daft Punk. And before I said, like, Daft Punk's Discovery album is, like, at the very last second before 9/11. This movie is also the very last second before 9/11, like, culturally. This is like the pinnacle of, like, of culture, like, just, like, the most, like, in your face fucking, like, flashy colors, and, like, we got through Y2K and everything's awesome and we've got so much optimism and, like, tech is cool and we love everything that came before us. And now it's like, that, you know, of course, like, you hit 9/11 like a month after this movie comes out, and it just changes things, you know. But this is such a pre 9/11, like, immediately before, like, cultural property in that same way. It really reminds me of, you know, there's a Fatboy Slim song on the soundtrack like that, like house music kind of, you know, like influence is here, and so we should start a collection of, like, what are the pre 9/11 like cultural mainstays, like, what are those things? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, and like, I guess looking at it like that, maybe it makes more sense or, like, fits a little bit better. But just, like, watching it now, I don't know. It's not bad.
I don't disagree with you.
I don't think the movie's bad. It was fun, certainly. Yeah.
Maybe it really is, like, you gotta watch it with a crowd, with a group, in a partier environment. Like, I bet this movie does kill in a theater, you know, but like on your you know, computer at home, like, it's not that great.
Yeah. The hills don't seem that alive. Like, they're just not jumping out at me here.
What do you make of have we done a jukebox musical before? I don't think we have.
I don't think so, no. Is that what this format is? Is that how this is referred to?
Yeah, like a musical where it's not original songs written for the property, but, like, it's a, you know, like, real songs from, like, other eras or whatever, kind of reappropriated for the story. I'm looking now to see if we really haven't done that many, like, true musicals. Yeah, I mean, Beyond the Sea doesn't count because obviously that's about, Bobby Darin, and then Amadeus is the other. Yeah, is that true? Have we not seen any other musicals? Wow, I really fucked us by doing Beyond the Sea.
we saw Om Shanti Om, right? But it's
not
that's
a true.
Musical.
Which is Om Shanti, not maybe Om Shanti Om specifically, but like this movie is so Bollywood influenced. Like I think that there's so much Bollywood here.
100%. Yeah. We also saw Umbrellas of Cherbourg, which is also a musical.
Yeah, it's more like a Dookie Box musical because it sucks.
Boo, tomato. Because it's bad and poopy and shit. Anybody?
I guess Nashville too. Nashville's kind of a musical in a way.
Oh, I guess. So. Yeah. And those would be songs that were already existing, so I guess that might fall under the umbrella of jukebox.
No, Nashville's all music they wrote.
Is that all original?
For the movie, I'm pretty sure.
That's crazy. So. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I just sort of assumed that it was a songs already all used previously. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Manhunter. When they play Inagata Devita at the end. Just kidding.
Oh, right. How could I have been so mistaken?
Yeah.
That should have been the first thing on the list.
But yeah, what did you think of that format and like the way that the songs were kind of remixed and reformatted for, the story? Ricky didn't like it.
Was interesting.
On space.
Yeah. A couple of times I thought it was like it's funny, right? Like the way that they do it is funny. Yeah. No, right? Like it's supposed to be.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. You fucking walked right into that.
Yes,
I can't sing Elton John, but yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely different. I liked it. I liked how it was used sometimes. But sometimes it does feel a little like.
You sound like Seinfeld.
Shoehorn.
Like, not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just not my preference, right?
Which is fair. Yeah, I agree. I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh, this is a fun use of Smells Like Teen Spirit to kind of convey, like, like this is very much like a take your kid to high school or take your high schooler to see the movie and like try to like connect them with this like historical time, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh yeah, they were like, rebels the way that Kurt Cobain was, or whatever. The Bohemians were just like grunge.
Yeah. I mean, it's also just like, I don't know, it's fun. Like I do that when I'm talking to people where like it, if you say a lyric to a song, like, and one of the two of us does not start the song, I don't know, man. Like, are we even talking? Are we even having a conversation at that point?
I mean, we just did that. We've probably done that countless times in this podcast.
Oh, I know. And but like I know that that's like an annoying trait to some people.
Sure is. Yeah.
And like, I mean, yeah, but that's fine. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, all right, but like, not everything is for you, right? Type things.
For sure.
And like, I kind of get that here, where like, every time they use it, it's like, sometimes I'm like, oh, haha, funny. And then sometimes like, that one was just not for me. That was for other people in the audience. And I'm like, all right, well, we'll give them that. But I definitely thought I would dislike it more than I did. Like, as it started and it got like more and more into it, I was like, oh, well, we're really going to be doing this singing shit like this, just like all the time, middle of conversation. Okay.
Yeah. Which I did like. I think the high points are actually like the ones that are not between Satine and what's our guy's name? Ewan? Christian?
No idea. Okay, yeah.
So the like medley with where they're doing the Fatboy Slim song in the beginning, when you're like, here's the Moulin Rouge, and here's, they do Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend and Material Girl, and then like that like party section, and then like all of the like love song shit, I'm like, all right, whatever. But then when they do Like a Virgin, it cut like when they
that was really good. Yeah,
that fucks. Yeah, that part's really great. So there's a good kind of like up and down pacing, I'd say, of these. So
yeah. It also makes like more sense when they're on the floor, especially early, and like Satine is talking to the owner guy or whatever, and like when they're doing like the change thing, and like I mean, it's really well produced. It looks super great.
Visually,
yeah. And so like anything with the music, I'm just like, it just adds to it, right? Because it is like it's sort of like bombastic, right? And like but it's
Totally.
the music is very fitting to what's happening on screen. And I'm like, oh yeah, like of course these people would be singing. Like why wouldn't they? Versus like at other points.
It works. Yeah. Instead of just singing to each other face to face or whatever. Yeah, it is.
Right. Yeah.
Well, and part of that too, I said like Ewan acquits himself. He and Nicole, neither of them are like the greatest singers I've ever heard in my life. So, which like is fine. I don't think that they need to be necessarily. I think Nicole Kidman does a better job than McGregor does, but like, and that makes sense in their characters. But it is kind of like, how much more would I like this if these sounded really good? Like if these two singers could like really fuck it up, like, so would it be better?
Am I crazy here, or was his voice like really auto-tuned, especially compared to hers?
I think he was just flat. I think it's just that he was like a very flat singer. I don't know if he was auto-tuned necessarily, probably some. But he's just like a very like his singing skill sounded probably like just a little bit better than you or me. Like
Well,
or anyone
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm like like that is not like a it's not a singer's performance, right? Like
sure.
So I was like it's
but it's fine. I mean, it's better than the
fine.
average person, but yeah.
But like there were just a few times where like it felt very unnatural. And maybe I don't know, maybe it was just like where I was watching it or whatever, like had some weird like audio encoding or something. But it like some of the notes were just like I was like, oh, like this, you could get this exact same result with it's not an auto tune, but there's some like tuning device that like makes you sound very much so like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I think part of it is just that he was his singing voice is kind of flat on some of those longer, like he sounds kind of like he's shouting a little bit more, he doesn't have like a lot of vibrato.
So there's no timbre in his voice, right? Like it doesn't like yeah. Which is what like you kind of expect, and it's like it feels
in a musical
almost
yeah.
It's also like I don't know. It felt like empty, right? In a way that some of the other singers didn't. And I think it was digitally edited because I feel like they like took out either like some like low resonant notes or some high resonant notes or something to like try to give him that like really like crystal clear voice, but it's just like
maybe
just falls flat. I don't know.
Yeah. The best part, I think, of this movie is when it's really leaning into the blat of it all and not so much the emotion. And so, like the opening or kind of the hijinks that ensue when they do the so exciting number, which is the clip that I sent you to choose from, that like is like the most fun. And like when it kind of gets into the like intrigue, when they're fucking with the Duke. I can't believe we haven't mentioned the Duke yet. Great. I mean, just like with a fucking bullet shoots to the top to get this guy off the screen. He's so great. He would be like my best supporting actor this year. Like probably just because he's so fucking hateable, and he's
perfect for the role. Yeah.
He's awesome. Yeah.
Like, but like that's what I'm saying. Like against like Ewan McGregor, right? It's like obviously like he's supposed to be like the immediately lovable one, but you have a character who's so immediately hateable. It's like this is how I'm supposed to feel in reverse. And it's just like I don't know. Yeah. They do great with that. That's he's perfect in the role and he plays it perfectly.
Yeah. So all of the interactions they have with him where they're trying to like, kind of like play up the stakes of, he's gonna obviously like he's gonna kidnap Nicole and he's gonna steal the Moulin Rouge and he's a scoundrel and he sucks and he's unlikable. Like all of that is really fun. And then like when you're kind of like with the two of them, where they're just like having a love scene or like some of the other stuff, you're like, okay, like, or when it's just them kind of reacting to the events, it's less interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say the two most interesting scenes with them are like the one where like they're kind of like on like the roof or like they're like out among the
The
stars,
elephant.
right? The elephant, yeah. And like that's a great scene. I mean, I think they both play that really well, and like that's like where it's like, oh, okay, like yeah, I could see how they have like emotions for each other, right? Like I get it, right?
Yeah.
And then like the next one, at least for me, is like way later in the film. It's like near the end. Just like where they're together, and then like, and he leaves, and then like Satine is there, and the director comes up and he's like, I saw you together. Like he's gonna shut us down. Ah! Like,
yeah.
Like that was also really good, but it's not even them really. I mean, the
No,
whole
it's
build up
not.
to that and
It's
everything too. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim Broadbent, I think, is really fun in this. He is
he
not,
like the
I don't
director
think...
guy or like the
he's
owner,
Harold,
proprietor? Okay, yeah.
the owner, of the Moulin Rouge. So he's fun. He's in a bunch of Mike Leigh movies. I don't know if he's in anything that we've seen though. I'm looking now. I don't think so. But let me just double check. Yeah, no, I don't think he is. He was in Harry Potter. I'm making a face. But yeah, he's not in any of them. He wasn't in like Naked or anything that we've seen. But he's so fun. Like, just like you're saying, like all of the secondary characters are the most interesting ones.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in Cloud Atlas. That's crazy. Who is he in
shit.
Cloud Atlas? Wait. He's gonna be Asian makeup number 6.
yeah.
Oh, he's the old guy that Ben Whishaw is like an indentured servant to.
The piano. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember.
Among other characters, he's other characters in it, but
yeah.
Anyway.
I think everyone plays multiple characters in that movie, which
they sure
one of the reasons
do.
I really like it. I don't know. I think that movie's really fun.
But no, John Leguizamo, he, this director has quite a few recurring kind of cast members throughout his movies. So John Leguizamo is in Romeo plus Juliet, playing Tybalt, I think. I want to say that he directed Nicole in another movie too. I keep calling her by her first name, like we're on first name basis.
Yeah, I want to say Nikki worked in something else too. Let me look up what she was doing then.
I wish. She's great. She's like one of our finest living actresses. True. So people shit on her about. Is this our first Nicole Kidman movie?
I think so.
For the pod? It's crazy. What a shame. People shit on the AMC ad, and they shouldn't, because it's great. I would love if fucking you. I guess you haven't been to an AMC, so you maybe haven't seen it on like the internet even. No. Where she's like, "We come to this place for magic." I could probably quote the whole thing if I thought about it hard enough. And it's just like the intro, like AMC, like real like commercial before they play the movie.
I think I have seen that for, I don't know, some movie.
Yeah.
What movie did you have me watch most recently?
The Substance. Well, it would have been something that we watched in person together, right?
No, I think
because it would have been at the AMC, but you wouldn't have seen The Substance. You wouldn't have seen her in front of that because it's a in bleep.
Is it?
Yeah. Let's see. Because we saw Civil War in town together. Minecraft we saw in town together. Oh. Longlegs we saw at the Regal.
Yeah. I don't think that there is even an AMC like nearby.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, okay, then no. Yeah, no, I would not have seen it.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's one in Altoona. That's it, yeah.
Yeah, I know I've driven to Altoona to see a movie at that AMC.
Crazy.
Yeah. COVID was dark, man. But no, so people shit on her for that and for whatever, making goofy movies. But I think if Tom Cruise is allowed to be the ambassador to cinema, self-appointed, then I think we should allow her to have a little commercial in front of the AMC. Real.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For sure. What did you think of... Okay, real quick, though, actually. Satine?
Yeah.
Her look, she is Lucy Maxing. She looks just like fucking Lucinda in this movie. Like, I was kind of like, who came first? Like the long kind of like wavy, you know, like pinup curls of the red hair, and like just the way that they even do their makeup is the same. I was like, this is a style icon from like, I texted Lucy while I was watching it, like, have you seen this movie? Have you ever heard of this?
She took your whole flow. Are you aware of this?
Yeah, she really, yeah. We have kind of talked about, even just on this episode, but on our like list of movies, and part of why I think we might not fuck with this movie so much, when you think of like a love story, or like any story where there's like a straight couple even, I was thinking about like a high status man and a low status woman versus a high status woman and a low status man. Like in this movie has a similar kind of relationship structure as Titanic, another famous redheaded lady movie. Romeo and Juliet, kind of similar in that way. Obviously just the precursor movie to for this director. But is it less compelling, you know, than like if right?
Oh yeah, easily.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think so?
Of course it is. Yeah. I mean,
yeah. You want to expand on that?
I mean, yeah. So I think the reason Titanic works is because, like, he kind of has to like prove himself as like a like kind-hearted, gentlemanly, yada yada, however you want to refer to him, right? But like with the whole like the painting of her and whatnot, or the drawing, right? It's so like he's introduced as like, you know, he's. I mean, I don't think I've even really seen Titanic. I have seen Titanic, but I don't really remember most of it.
That's so fucking crazy. That's so crazy
but
if you haven't seen Titanic.
I do know that like they have the King of the World bit, which I assume they're together for, right? Like there's a lot of things that make him really lovable.
They're not, but that's okay.
Well, there's a lot of things that make him lovable to the audience, and then also like there are a lot of scenes of them together where it's like, oh, okay, I can see like how she would fall for him. Like this totally makes sense, right? Which again, I think it's just like missing from this film because the poetry reading scene, like as funny as it is, right? And I think it works really well, right? Like I don't think it's a bad scene at all. It's just like she's obviously not like enamored with him at that moment, right? And then it
goes on so long.
It goes on so
like
long.
The fact, like. Which is funny. Like, you're like, oh my god, she's gonna keep having this fake orgasm for like 10 minutes.
Well, there's supposed, like, near the end of it, there's supposed to be like this, like, light bulb scene, I guess? Or light bulb moment where, like
yeah,
he,
like,
actually...
oh, you don't want to fuck me? Yeah, right.
Well, yeah, he, like, reads poem, he, like, actually, like, reads a poem, and she goes, like, oh, like, yeah, actually, don't want to fuck me? And, like, for a second, she's like, oh, like, maybe he's, like, a decent person, right? And she's like, oh, like his poetry isn't half bad, right? And then it's like,
right,
like I mean, pretty much immediately after that, the Duke like shows up, yada yada.
Yeah.
Or no, the director shows up and he's like gonna bring the Duke along.
And then the Duke, yeah, right.
Yeah. But like is that supposed to be when she's have fallen for him? Like I assume that is supposed to be when like she gets like the twinkle in her eye for him, and then like him being a lovable scamp in the room, and she's trying to get him out, and like it's high stakes, high risk, you know.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't like.
Well, and like
doesn't grab me. I don't know.
I think that watching this movie made me realize a lot about why I don't love musicals. Which I think there's kind of two things going on that play in tandem, and that's. One, the songs stand in for something else, right? Like, they are supposed to convey, like, there's a whole bunch of, like, interaction that they're having, or that they would have in, like, a non-musical movie, or, like, interaction, relationship, whatever, that is conveyed through song, and so it's, like, it's condensed, and so you have less of an impact, because you're like, well, why do they love each other? I don't know. Well, she sees something, and that is just supposed to be kind of all encompassed in the song, which I feel like is very high stakes. Like, if you're not fucking with the song, then you're like, well, this didn't move me at all. And a musical can't convey the same level of subtext, I think. Or maybe it can, but there are some musicals I need to see that I think probably do convey some of that. But as far as like a romantic musical goes, I don't know about all that. So this, like, it feels, and of course this is like the pinnacle of a movie with no fucking subtext. There's no subtext to this movie, right? It's all text and like over text.
Yeah. I know others that use subtext and they're all cowards.
So. Thank you. Yes. But so, yeah, I feel like the use of the music, like you're saying, it's kind of, well, yeah, we're just supposed to kind of get on board with them falling in love, and it's less meaningful, less moving. Well, and I'm looking at the list of our romance movies that we've seen for this podcast, and like there are quite a few low status woman, high status man. Rebecca, Pride and Prejudice, While You Were Sleeping, I'd say falls in there. But then there's there's quite a few where like All That Heaven Allows or The Piano Teacher, those are less, or even Barry Lyndon, The Apartment, all of these like low status man, high status woman kind of movies, and they're just so different. Like they're so either like fucked up or very funny, whereas those other movies are kind of like either very more straightforwardly romantic or compelling, in the case of Rebecca. I don't know, it's just an interesting dichotomy.
Yeah, I'd say the only one that maybe does it well, what was the first movie that you mentioned where it's a low status man, high status woman? All That Heaven Allows.
Piano Teacher, All That Heaven Allows, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's the one that, because it's like, all right, like Piano Teacher,
right?
Like it's,
and Barry Lyndon, they're like not, those are not good relationships to bottle after, of course.
Those are already very fucked up, and I think it's just supposed. I mean, like the movie kind of underlines that, right? Like it's written in bold, underline, Yeah. And then, I mean, All That Heaven Allows, I think, does it well, right? And I think a lot of that comes down to like the time that's given to the relationship, right? And the number of scenes that we see them interacting, and like again, like he sort of like proves himself, like it's like, oh, like he is a gentleman that sort of like visits her house, he's cutting her trees, very respectful, very, and then and then what was the last movie?
Barry Lyndon, which, I mean, The Apartment, too.
Oh, The Apartment. Yeah, that guy's also kind of a shithead. We'll throw him in with the Barry Lyndon crowd. Like, he's not a good guy, right? Yeah. Like, none of the guys in the movie. It's interesting
to think of... No. It's interesting to think of, like, well, what is a male fantasy versus a female fantasy? And in both of these cases, right, like, you're kind of seeing things from the fantasy of the protagonist, right? Like, if you're, Keira Knightley in Pride and Prejudice, right? It's like, well, you've got this guy who's like rich and whatever, learns to be nice. Rebecca, it's like, well, I can become a woman if I, just defeat my evil ex, or my husband's evil ex. And then in these, if you're thinking of like a male fantasy, like, a Barry Lyndon or even The Apartment, or I'd say Moulin Rouge is maybe the most straightforward, least like fucked up of them. It is kind of like, well, through my charms and my wit, I will get the beautiful woman, and the riches and whatever prestige that comes with it. So I don't know. It's just a kind of an interesting comparison point that I was thinking of during this, because we're asked to empathize with this like lovable scamp.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, I don't know how much this movie is a... How do you describe it? I
don't think it's a male fantasy. I don't think that that's necessarily true.
But I think that like All That Heaven Allows might be like a male fantasy. Like that is a very particular type of male fantasy, right? And I think you could also say that this is a very particular type of male fantasy. But like I think All That Heaven Allows is like a very like there is like a subset of guys that like will watch that movie and go like, oh, that's exactly what I want. Like that's like how I want to be. I want to be like
down to earth bohemian. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Bagging a MILF.
Yeah. Which again, like, I just don't think it works here. Like I don't think there's many guys who would be like, "Oh, dude, I would love to be penniless and like become a writer for like a musical." And then fall in love with the lead. Actually, you know what? That doesn't sound too bad. Now that I'm thinking about it, it seems...
I was going to say, with Nicole Kidman? She's so beautiful.
Yeah, because then I was like, oh, and then like running around behind the scenes trying to like hide our love. And then like once it gets to that point, I'm like, oh, wait a second. Damn. Yeah, they kind of got a point with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's... I don't know. I think a lot of these movies you could like see from either side, like either perspective of being like, oh yeah, like this is obviously like a man's fantasy, it's obviously like a woman's fantasy, but sure. Like
personally I think it's the fantasy of someone who's drank absinthe.
True, yeah, a green fairy floating around.
Me.
I've had people make that joke to me before, and I never understood it, and it also kind of annoys me that people... Well, yeah, because nobody's ever said, like, oh, it's from a movie, or like, oh, it's from Moulin Rouge. And it really annoys me when people do that, where they'll make a joke that's a reference to something. Yeah. They'll be like, oh, well, I guess you just don't get it. And it's like, no, like, you can't get a reference without, like, knowing the context. So, no, of course I fucking don't. Like, it pisses me off. And if people don't share that context, it pisses me off, man.
Would you perform or be a part of the Moulin Rouge? Seems fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'd go.
Yeah.
I think I would have been a great courtesan back in the day. I think I could have really fucked that job out. Like, if I took a career aptitude test 200 years ago, like, they'd be like, get in there. Yeah.
I would have been a great cocktail waiter. Me personally, I think I would really excel at that. I feel like I could walk around with one arm behind my back and one arm with, like, a serving tray. I just go,
with the
excellent choice, sir. All of it, like, that's, like, peak. I could do it, like, no matter what, you know? May I take your coat, sir? May I take your coat, sir? Like, it's just, it comes so naturally to me. I'd kill it, right? Like...
Do we have anything else to say about Moulin Rouge?
I don't know.
Now that we're devolving into SpongeBob jokes.
Listen, we're evolving into SpongeBob jokes here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like we've
covered all the ground.
Yeah. Is there anything that we missed? Oh, the gun. I mean, the whole end scene is funny. The gun, like,
yeah,
it's like Chekhov's gun. Yeah. Like the whole time, you're like, all right, well, like someone's gotta have
shoot this gun.
Yeah. It's gotta be shot at least once.
Yeah, I do love dying of consumption. Would love to do it someday. Hope that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the female fantasy of this movie. Male fantasy, getting famous for your writing, getting rich and bagging a woman. Female fantasy, dying of consumption.
Yeah.
Leaving behind a beautiful corpse, as they say.
Yeah, live fast, leave a beautiful corpse. I'm only kind of thinking of this now, and maybe I'm way off base with this, but we've talked before about Darren Aronofsky straight up just like lifting everything for what
Perfect
was it?
Blue.
Black Swan. Yeah, he lifted everything from Satoshi Kon, Perfect Blue. I feel like he kind of also just like took shit off of this movie, like a little bit at least, and maybe that's just because I'm specifically thinking about like the end scene, everything, where she's like bleeding and then she falls off of like very high rafter, and then like you get that sort of like curtain close moment where I mean the emotions are obviously very different, but like they're like, oh, like we need to help her, yada yada. It's
No, I don't disagree. I just feel like probably that trope predates both of those movies by decades. Like there are specific movies that I have in mind where I'm like, I bet those movies end with very similar shots. Yeah.
And again, like I'm just using it because like this is like
a
movie that I've seen that's early. Yeah, and it's like it really sort of reinforces how much I'm like, man, this guy really just doesn't have any sauce. Like he didn't have anything. Like he went into making that movie with movie of his no original thoughts.
This past weekend. Yeah, I watched his new release movie this weekend, and I was like, this guy's embarrassing. I can't believe this guy made this movie. So, yeah.
That's fair.
Ricky, next week is We Wanna Wail.
It is.
We're gonna watch 6 horror movies in a row. 6? Three Rick's picks and 3 Lane's frames?
Yeah. I mean, apparently, right? Yeah.
You're such a fucking scumbag. That's what we did last time.
I know. Yeah, we'll do it again this time. We don't want to disappoint the watchers.
I'm kind of so you only picked 1, right?
I only have a Rick's pick. Yeah, lined up.
Okay.
I do not have.
That's fine.
My triplet.
Your 2 other. Okay.
Yeah.
Do we want to? No, it's okay. It's okay. We can do them as we go. That's fine.
Okay.
But I need you to send them to me at some point, but we don't have to announce them on the podcast in advance.
Okay.
So
that's fair.
I need to put them on the list. So
that is very fair. I will get those to you sometime this week. While we watch.
Good. Yes. What are we watching next for We Wanna Wail?
Well, we watch The Bird with the Crystal Plumage, directed by Dario Argento in 1970.
Cool.
I will try the Italian right here. I'm not going to try the Italian right here. I'll try the Italian right here. It's Il cielo dalle piume di cristallo. I don't know if that's cristallo. I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it, but yeah.
Sure.
Bird with the crystal plumage. Crystal
cool.
Yeah. Okay.
This will be fun. We've both seen Argento movies before, but different ones. So this will be interesting.
Yeah, okay. I am looking forward to it. I think this will be a really fun one.
I like that it's 96 minutes long. I like that. So.
I didn't even check to see his movies, but after you mentioned that, I'm seeing that he did Suspiria, which I really enjoyed.
Yes.
So, yeah, okay. Makes me want to see this movie even more. Awesome.
Cool. Okay. Should we end with something from Moulin Rouge? Should we just end with Smells Like Teen Spirit?
Yeah, probably, yeah.